Yo, what's going on, guys? So today in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the whole Raw situation that happened this Monday on with the Vision, and what they said and what they did. I'm gonna be talking about all of that, and I'm gonna give my thoughts and theories based on this Monday Night Raw with the Vision, because they pretty much this is them being on Monday Night Raw, doing what they're doing and talking about what they're talking about after they betrayed Seth. So I'm just going to be talking about all of that, giving my thoughts and theories because of this, and for other reasons too. And so hopefully you guys enjoy. Subscribe. And so yeah, pretty much the thing is that they didn't they didn't even really give any reason for why they betrayed Seth. They didn't even really explain anything. Like, it's pretty obvious, like if you're paying attention to the storyline, you can be like, oh, Braun Breaker just wants a championship. He wants to be the leader. He wants the power. He wants to be at the top. Whatever. And then, Bronson Reed, he's just a fucking lackey, I guess. He just wants to be another lackey jobber just doing nothing for somebody else. He just did it for Seth, and now he's gonna do it for Braun Breaker. I guess that's just the role he wants to play. And then Paul Heyman's obviously just leeching off of Braun Breaker, just like he does everybody else. So it's just it's pretty obvious that that's what all this is about when it comes to their betrayal of Seth. But let's just be real here, though. Like, they could have at least tried to explain it either way, for people who may not know what this is all about, and for also just because that's part of, that's what they're supposed to do. Like, you're not supposed to just be like, betray someone and then not explain why you did it. Like, not give any type of reasoning, no storyline, nothing. Just like, oh yeah, we're gonna have, this person betray that person, and we're not gonna write anything to explain why. Like, what kind of, like, at that point, it becomes obvious that this whole shit with betraying Seth was just shock value, and only done because of Seth's injury. Obviously, like, that is confirmed to be real. Obviously, at this point, because of him having to vacate the title. So, yes, this is a real injury. I was like, kind of like, I didn't know if it was real or not last week whenever I talked about it in my video. But, now we know it is, because he had to pretty much relinquish the title. But my whole thing is that it's so obvious that, this whole betrayal was just done out of shock value because, Seth got injured. So now they're going to try to, like reach for anything to like try to get people to tune in to Raw. So they're gonna be like, oh, let's have the Vision betray Seth, and then and then that's it. That's all this is, and it's so fucking obvious. And this is the problem I have. At this point, I think we can't just blame Triple H, because now they have the fucking AI. So we can blame AI and Triple H. Fuck it, let's just do that. Let's blame, fucking whatever AI, server they're using, and Triple H. Let's just do that. So because that's where the writing's coming from, and yeah, it's just fucking stupid. But anyways, it's like, I've been talking about this. I've literally said this so many times. All Triple H does is shock value shit to try to get people to be like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. He does these shock value moments to, to make money, pretty much, because obviously people are going to tune in when they see these shock value things. Is going to get them intrigued to watch the product. So, of course, he's going to do these shock value things to make money. That's all this is for. It has nothing to do with we're trying to create, storylines for any purpose. Like, it has nothing to do with that. None of these fucking nostalgia people that return to WWE are returning for any valid reason other than to create a shock value moment so that way Triple H and TKO can make money. That's all this is. And it's the same thing with these random face turns or heel turns, or betrayals, um, or some like crazy fighting moment in a match. Like that, all this is shock value moments to create, to get people to watch, and so that way they can make more money. Triple H and TKO. That's all this is for. It has nothing to do with anything else. They're not actually doing these shock value things for a storyline to go anywhere with it. It's just for simply the shock of it, to create money off of these things, off of this stuff. So, I just knew that was going to be the case, and I was right because they gave no explanation for why they betrayed him. Like, I'm not saying it had to be a valid one because obviously they're supposed to be the heels. I mean, I don't know if Seth is going to be a heel when he comes back because Becky is technically still a heel. We saw her beating up Maxine Dupree, but then she was like kind of like, standing up for Seth and going against the heel Paul Heyman. So maybe they're going to turn Becky face and Seth is going to be a face when he comes back. But I don't think so, though, because I feel like if they were really going to turn Becky face, they would have just done it already, like they would have been done it, with Seth being injured. I feel like they would have been done it by now because I feel like they wouldn't just wait for him to return and then be like, oh yeah, we're gonna turn you face. Like it doesn't make sense. The way I see it is that they're trying to keep Becky heel, and they're just simply doing this justified angle where it's like Becky's going after Paul Heyman, pretty much dissing him for what he did to, her husband, and she's just rightfully standing up for him, and that's all this is. That's the angle they're going here. It's not some like, oh, they're trying to turn her face or she is a face now, because we literally saw if that was the case, if they're trying to turn her face, or she was a face for confronting Paul Heyman, then why would they have that whole Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch match where pretty much Becky hits Maxine with the belt with the DQ, another fucking DQ. We just saw Cody do that to Drew McIntyre, and now Becky's doing it. At least with her, it makes a little more sense because she's a heel. But Cody, like, he fucking did that, and it's like now Becky's doing it. So I guess now every champion is just gonna cause a DQ now. What? Screw these fucking DQ matches, bro. It's so stupid, man. Like, especially when if you're gonna constantly end the matches that way. Cody does it, Becky does it. Now every champion's probably gonna do it from now on. It's, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, if they were really trying to turn Becky face, or if they wanted her to be face, they would have just done that. They wouldn't have her hitting Maxine Dupree with the fucking belt, causing a DQ, and then beating Maxine Dupree up at the end of the match when the match was already over, when she literally caused the DQ herself. So yeah, they're not trying to turn Becky face anytime soon. So it just seems like to me she's just gonna stay a heel, but they're trying to at least go with that justified angle where it's like she's rightfully going at Paul Heyman for what her and the Vision did to Seth Rollins, and that's all this is. They're not trying to look at it from a face angle. They're not booking it from that kind of angle. Triple H and the AI, but. Yeah, I mean, but as far as Seth goes, I mean, he might be a face when he comes back, but he might be like, oh no, my wife's a heel still, so I want to, he might tell Triple H, I want to stay a heel, because I feel like that's pretty much what happened at what's it called, earlier this year in April of 2025. Like, literally, at WrestleMania Night 1, Seth turned heel. Although I always saw him as more of an anti-hero because he didn't really act like a heel. He was more like an anti-hero. He still had that like morally justified, not like fully corrupted persona that he had as a face. So I felt like he wasn't really a full-on heel. But I do think that, that was the way they were trying to present him. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, though, because, like, considering Triple H doesn't know how to book faces and heels, and he, like, who knows at this point? Like Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and like Kevin Owens, those names specifically. Um, like you can tell, like it. I mean, it's hard to really tell how they're really trying to portray them because like their characters are like very complex. Like they write them to be justified and to speak truth and like not really do anything too bad. And even when they do, it's like understandable. But for the most part, they do the right thing and they tell the truth, and they hate, other more corrupted, evil stuff that goes on within WWE from the other heels. So it's like it creates like a complex situation where it's like, are they really heels? They're more like anti-heroes. Is that how Triple H is trying to portray them? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Like for all I know, he's trying to write them as a heel, but writing them unintentionally, writing them as anti-heroes. Because that's pretty much how they're shown on screen. Like, and so yeah, it's like, I for all I know, like this, I don't really know what the angle here is with when it comes to like Seth Rollins. Like for all I know, this could have been like an anti-hero arc that he was going on this whole year, or it could have been an actual heel turn. I don't fucking know anymore. Like Triple H doesn't know how to book faces and heels anymore, so that's why it's just like a lot of characters, people don't know how to feel about them, or some people feel about them the wrong way because Triple H doesn't know how to book faces and heels, or even just like the anti-heroes that he clearly is trying to portray as an anti-hero. Like he doesn't know how to portray anyone, so everyone's just all convoluted and confusing, and and people get the wrong answers of how this character actually is. So yeah, it's like, but either way, I don't, I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be like a heel turn earlier this year for Seth, but now all of a sudden, but like literally, whenever Seth Rollins, like turned heel at WrestleMania this year, 2 days later Becky turns heel, right? Like she betrays Lyra Valkyria, and then she turns heel. So now it's like, okay, well, it's like I feel like doing this whole character change where now both of the characters are heelish. It was obvious that they both decided to do that on purpose because they wanted to be the same as the other, both be heelish. So maybe Seth Rollins or Becky Lynch or both of them decide to do the same thing again. They decide to go to Triple H and be like, hey, Seth Rollins is like, oh, he tells Triple H, I want to be a heel because my wife is still a heel. It could be that kind of thing, or maybe Seth Rollins comes back as a face, which at that point, it's like, why would we have him be a heel then? Why would we do that shit? Why would we waste all our time? Like, why would we waste all our time with this shit just so we could, with him being a heel, just so we could turn back to a face again? Literally, like, why? Why would we? It's just so stupid. So I don't know. But like, the fact that they didn't even try to explain why they betrayed Seth, it's lazy. It's lazy writing. It's bad writing. And it's just stupid as fuck. Like, it's so stupid. I really don't get it, bro. And to me, the way I see it is that like, it feels like Triple H, he's just like booking certain characters to be like, he's propping them up, but then it's like he's not even actually going full-fledged on the people he's hyping up, right? Like, for example, Braun Breaker, he's building him up, he's writing him in storyline to be like perceived as the future of the industry, right? And Bronson Reed, but more so Braun Breaker. But it's just like, I don't understand. How is this the case? Because like Braun Breaker was literally like, he hasn't done anything of significance this whole year or even last year. He doesn't like he barely he doesn't really wrestle matches. He had bad Intercontinental Championship reigns. He was barely defending the title anyways. And like I said, he had bad title reigns. Um, and what's it called? And like he wasn't cutting any good promos. He wasn't doing any like he only did maybe like a couple good matches, at least from in my opinion. So like he really hasn't done anything. He has no storyline. He has no character. He has no personality. He doesn't cut good promos. He barely cuts promos anyways, and he barely wrestles matches. And he had bad title reigns with barely any title defenses anyways. So what exactly is so special about Braun Breaker? Like why is he being presented as some kind of future? He's not a future of anything. He's fucking trash. At least to me, at least. Like he's trash. Like this whole faction, people are saying, oh, it was to get Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed over. That's why they decided to align them with Seth Rollins. Okay, if that's the case, then why aren't Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker more over? They're not more over at all. Like, they literally aren't. They barely get any reactions when they come out, especially Bronson Reed. He gets no reaction. Braun Breaker, at least, he gets a decent reaction. But it's not even really cheers. It's just people barking. And that's it. Like, that's it. So like Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they're not over with the crowd. They're not over with fans in general. And they're fucking trash. They're boring jobbers. And now all of a sudden they're being presented as some kind of like big deal, and it's like, what? How are they, like, it doesn't make sense. Braun Breaker's no future of the industry. He doesn't deserve the title. He doesn't even look right holding that title. It just looks like weird. Like I don't know how to explain it. But it just it doesn't look right just seeing him hold that title. It doesn't feel like he it's a title that, suits him, that's just how I feel personally. So yeah, I don't understand, like, this whole faction. It's just fucking dumb. It's immediately going nowhere, and now we got Adam Pearce was like, give me the title, Braun Breaker, and then Braun Breaker, he like pretty much tries to bitch Adam Pearce, and he pretty much does anyways, and so Adam Pearce gets the title, because it's vacated now, and so Adam Pearce is like, there's going to be a battle royale tonight on Monday Night Raw, so that way people can compete for the title. CM Punk already, it had the number one contenders. So whoever wins the battle royale Monday Night Raw pretty much is going to face CM Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event for the world title. And it's like, okay, well, is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed going to be in it? Well, we find out that's not the case. Like, you're literally building them up to be the future of the industry, right? Especially Braun Breaker. Not really Bronson Reed, but like you're still portraying them as like some kind of big thing in this industry, and like as future main eventers. But yet, immediately you don't even put them in the battle royale for the title. Like, what the? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. Like. Paul Heyman talks to Adam Pearce. He's like, put Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in the battle royale, and Adam Pearce is like, no. And and then he tells Paul Heyman, say please, and he does. Adam Pearce still says no, and so Adam Pearce is pretty much just like, yeah, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are not going to be in the battle royale on Monday Night Raw. They're not going to be able to compete for the world title at Saturday Night's Main Event. And so, why are we? So again, we're immediately going nowhere with this whole fucking betrayal of Seth Rollins, and with this whole angle of them being like these big superstars one day, like we're propping them up to be that way, and we're immediately going nowhere with any of this. This whole betrayal meant nothing. Like, because immediately they're not competing for the titles. It's just fucking stupid. And then at the Battle Royale, who wins? It could have been LA Knight, It was Jey Uso. Like, what the? Why? Why would we have Jey Uso win the match? Like, I am sick of Jey Uso, bro. He is so fucking. Like, his character is just annoying. His character is annoying and boring. Like, his character is just like, oh, talking about how he's the best and he's gonna win, and I'm just screaming and pretty much just saying yeet every couple of seconds, and that's it. One word, 5 letters, one word, yeet, and that's it. That's all he fucking does every promo, bro. He says nothing of substance in any of his promos. He fucking sucks. And then his matches are even worse. Well, actually, no. I don't even know what's worse. But his matches aren't good either. He just does the same moves over and over again. He moves slow as hell. He does a super kick. He does a spear, which is literally like, is every Samoan gonna do the same fucking moveset? I don't get it. They do the Samoan drop. They do the splash. Like the whole splash thingy. They do the spear. They do the super kick. Like, what is this, man? I swear, they do the same moves over and over again. Like literally, like fucking, like they, and then like I said, they move slow as hell. They move slow in the ring. Like, Jey Uso just fucking sucks at everything. He sucks in the ring. He sucks on the mic. He doesn't deserve another shot at the world title. He literally just, like, he keeps talking about, oh, I didn't get my rematch. I didn't get my rematch, oos. I didn't get my rematch, oos. I didn't get my rematch, oos. Okay, but you literally did get one, though. You got one at Clash in Paris. That was your rematch, and you lost. So why do you keep talking about, oh, I didn't get my rematch? You literally did. Like, it makes no damn sense, bro. And how many title opportunities has fucking CM Punk got? He's gotten so many at this point. What has he done to earn it? Like, I know some people are probably going to be like, oh, but CM Punk, I'd rather him than Jey Uso. I would rather neither of them. I don't care about either of them. Like, with the... at least, I don't know, because, like, with Punk, here's the thing. Like, I just don't feel like he's earned it. He talks about, oh, I don't deserve it. I've earned it. You haven't earned anything. Like, you haven't earned shit. Like, you've literally lost majority of your matches this year. You're not cutting any good promos. You're just talking about, oh, I'm the best and I'm better than everyone, and I'm the best in the world and I'm better than everyone, and everyone's gonna chant my name. I'm gonna win, and that's it. That's all every promo. The majority of CM Punk's promos been. Like, sure, he might have some good one-liners here and there, but that's it. That's it. His promos fucking suck. Like, his promos, like I feel like his feud with Drew McIntyre, that's when CM Punk and was actually interesting and entertaining for me. Like, that was and ever since then, what has he done? He's been doing filler feuds and repetitive feuds and boring feuds. He's been feuding with Seth Rollins for almost a year now, and then he was like, he's like fighting in pointless ass matches and doing filler feuds, not cutting any good promos. He's washed up in the ring. He's fucking, he just sucks in the ring now for the most part in most of his matches. And then to top it off, like, he was gone for 10 years. You were gone for 10 years, and then you just want to immediately come back and get some, all these title opportunities and get the title. What have you done to earn it? You were gone for 10 years, and then you literally trashed the company for while you were gone as well, and everyone in it. And now all of a sudden you want to come back just for money, and then think you deserve or earned the right to get the opportunity to get the World Heavyweight Championship? No, you don't deserve it. And I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, you sound like Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins." I don't care. Like, it is literally true. Like, he literally left for 10 years, literally trashed the company, and like, and everyone in it. Then he only comes back for money, which is literally his words. He literally said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." Um, and so yeah, it's like, and then all of a sudden now he thinks he deserves or earned the right to get all these title opportunities. He thinks he earned, some kind of the right to get the championship. No, and especially Jey Uso, bro. He's like Jey Uso. Like I said, he sucks in the ring. He sucks on the mic. Jey Uso's boring as hell. CM Punk is boring as hell. Like neither of them deserve the title, but more than likely what's gonna happen is gonna be CM Punk winning the title, and that's it. It's so obvious because I feel like Jey Uso is just in the match because of they're trying to like they're either gonna have this look. I'm gonna point out the predictable possibilities here that's gonna happen because the only reason they put Jey Uso in this match is for maybe like three reasons, right? So one of the reasons is going to be because CM Punk is going to win because of some kind of Jimmy Uso interference. Because, they've been teasing this whole stupid ass heel turn from Jey Uso ever since Clash in Paris with Roman Reigns telling him all these things, telling him to look out for himself only. And they've been teasing it ever since. And it's been almost 2 months and nothing has came of it. It's just been the same repetitive, feuds. I mean, not feuds, but like repetitive, like backstage segments and segments in general, with just them talking about, oh, you're becoming like Roman, and then Roman being like, yeah, you should be like me, and then Jimmy was like, no, you shouldn't be like Roman. And it's just the same stuff. They've been doing this every week for like almost 2 months now, since before Clash in Paris, pretty much, when Roman pretty much said all those things to Jey Uso. Yeah, like they've been saying that for like almost 2 months now, and we're still doing this whole fucking potential. Oh, is he gonna turn heel? I'm like, no, he's not gonna turn heel. He's not at this point. It's so obvious. They're just doing this for like, again, another like, oh my gosh, like just some kind of like to get people intrigued, to get people to watch, to make money. That's all it is. They're just trying to trick people, bro. He's not gonna fucking turn heel. It's not gonna happen. Would I wanted it to happen? Sure, because I'm sick of this like face Jey Uso who just eats and then does the same moves every fucking match. Like, he's boring as hell. I don't know, man. I just feel like Jey Uso's just like, he needs some kind of character change, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. They've been teasing it for almost 2 months. So what they're gonna do, more than likely, is gonna be actually Jey Uso turning. Jimmy Uso turning heel to try to swerve us. Oh my gosh, another shocking moment, right? They're gonna try to turn Jimmy Uso heel instead by having him betray Jey Uso because he's jealous, of Jey potentially winning the title. So then he gets betrayed, and then he pretty much interferes in the match and costs Jey the match and then also because he's mad at Jey for eliminating him from Battle Royale, even though that's literally it's literally every man for themselves. So, and he literally said himself, I'm gonna eliminate you, Jey Uso. I'm gonna target everyone. Then he decides to help Jey Uso, and so he's pretty much doing the complete opposite. He's not targeting everyone. He's just helping Jey Uso. And then when he gets eliminated, he's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. You literally said you were gonna do that. You literally said you were gonna do that, and now you want to complain about it." And it's like, this is the same guy, Jimmy Uso is the same guy who told Drew McIntyre, "Oh, every week you're living in the past. You're always complaining." And then, like you're saying, he was like, "Oh, you're saying, they stole something from you. What actually happened is you lost." Okay, and that's what happened here. You lost. You lost the Battle Royale. So now you're the one. Now you're the one complaining. Like Jimmy Uso, like, I don't know why he's like. It makes no sense to write his character to be mad at Jey Uso for eliminating him from the Battle Royale, but they're gonna try to play that into his heel turn. More than likely, that's gonna be one of the possibilities. Is they're gonna try to make Jimmy Uso mad and jealous and cost him the match, cost Jay the match. It's gonna be a Jimmy Uso heel turn instead. Oh, another shocking moment. Wait, hold on, guys. My bad. I thought I heard something. Anyways, yeah. So again, they're gonna try to do another shocking moment where that's gonna be one of the predictable possibilities. They're gonna try to swerve us by making us think this whole time Jay was gonna turn heel, but it's actually gonna be Jimmy. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! And then they're gonna have Jimmy be the one to turn heel on Jay Uso because of jealousy and because he's mad because Jay eliminated him from the battle royale. It's so fucking stupid. It's predictable. It's boring. I don't give a fuck. Especially because we've already seen this whole Jay Uso, Jimmy Uso feuding for so many times throughout the years. Who gives a fuck? This whole bloodline shit is old. My bad, everyone. Like I said, like I was saying, pretty much, like, we've already seen this whole, like this whole bloodline rivalry, you know, with like this whole bloodline, rivalry for years now. So now they're gonna try to do it again. That's gonna be one of the predictable possibilities here. It's just dumb. It's repetitive. It's lazy. And the other possibility is, CM Punk. He just wins straight up clean. And they just had Jay in the match because he to bring in viewers because everyone loves him. They want some like big, epic moment match so that way people can watch and they could make more money. That's all this is, bro. It's so obvious that they're gonna try to make CM Punk the winner. Um, it's just obvious. Either that, or the third possibility is gonna be there's gonna be some kind of interference. There's gonna be the Vision, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. They're gonna cause a DQ by attacking Jay and Jimmy. I mean Jay and CM Punk, and it's gonna be a DQ match, which would end up leading to a triple threat with Braun Breaker, Jey Uso, and CM Punk as Survivor Series. That's the third possibility, the third predictable possibility. Either way, all the three possibilities that I pointed out to you, they're all predictable and they're all boring, and I don't care about them and I don't want them to happen because and if they go the route of the Vision interfering and causing a DQ, and then they make it a triple threat at Survivor Series, it's so obvious that then at that point they're gonna make Braun Breaker win. It's like I don't care, bro. I don't want. Like I said, Mr. Braun Breaker doesn't deserve it. I don't want to see him with the fucking title. I don't. And CM Punk, I don't want him to win it either. I don't want Jey Uso to win. That's for damn sure. But it is possible Jay could win it too. I just think this is the less likely possibility of all the three possibilities I pointed out for you. I just don't think he's really gonna win it. But if he does, then it's just gonna be another fucking stupid ass boring title reign because I don't remember his first one at all. He only held it for 2 months. It only had like one title defense, I'm pretty sure, and that's it. It's like, what the fuck, bro? um, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, it's like so pretty much. I just don't want. That's a possibility. Yeah, Jake could win it, but it's a less likely possibility. Either way, I don't care or want to see either of these guys, any of these guys, Braun Breaker, CM Punk, or Jey Uso as a champion. Because even if Jey or CM Punk win, they're most likely just gonna hold it till at most maybe WrestleMania, and then that's when Braun Breaker will win it to get his big moment, his big epic moment. Oh my gosh, and that's it. Um, and it's just obvious. So either way, this is all fucking stupid. I don't give a fuck about any of this. This whole vision betrayal thing is just fucking stupid. It's already gone down the drain. I already knew this was gonna happen. People were getting all happy and excited and shocked by it, but I knew this wasn't gonna go anywhere, and I was right. They didn't go anywhere. They didn't explain why they betrayed Seth. They and the Vision didn't compete in the Battle Royale, so immediately making this whole future thing with them meaningless already, and also making the whole betrayal towards Seth meaningless already. So it's just fucking stupid, bro. Like I don't give a fuck about any of this. Seth Rollins being injured, like like I said, he is actually injured. Like I thought maybe like they were gonna do that possibility, where it's like, oh, he's pretending to be injured so that way CM Punk could get comfortable, during their match together, and then the Vision comes and interferes. Like I thought that was a possibility, but considering Seth had to vacate the title, that's when I knew it was a real injury. Because why the fuck would Seth, vacate the title if he was actually not injured? Why would he want to vacate the title that he already had just to, like, for what? To cause CM Punk the match? That doesn't even make any sense. You know, it's just a waste of time. Why would he? Why would the fuck would he do that? So nah, it's pretty obvious he's actually injured this time, and so yeah, he's like he had to vacate the title, and because he's actually injured, and we're already not going anywhere with this whole betrayal towards Seth, and Becky Lynch, like I said, she cooked Paul Heyman. She cut a good promo towards him because she was speaking facts about him. She had every right to hate him, and the thing with Becky Lynch is that I just think her character is just like, it's just too cringy and over the top with this whole heel persona. Like that's pretty much all she is. Just like cringy, just over the top, very just like, I don't know. It's just like I don't like her character. But I can at least appreciate that at least she's like actually acting like a heel and being portrayed like one. Because with Seth, like I mean, like what the fuck was, if he's really supposed to be a heel, then why is he not being portrayed like one? He's being portrayed like as some kind of like anti-hero, as some like tweener. It doesn't make any sense. Becky is the one that felt like a full-on heel because she was like attacking people for no reason or no good reason, and she's like causing DQ matches, like, and like just fucking like destroying people on the mic for no good reason. Like she actually felt like a heel. So I can at least appreciate that, right? And appreciate some of the memorable promos that she's cut, like on Nikki Bella. That was a good promo. And the promo she cut on Heyman on Monday Night Raw this week was also good. So yeah, I that was probably one of the only things I liked was like just her roasting Paul Heyman, speaking facts about him. Paul Heyman is just like, he's just a snake at this point. So that's all his character is. He's just fuck. And that's the thing too. Is like Paul Heyman's pointless as fuck. He's like his character is just like, oh, like talk for this person and say a whole bunch of nothing on the mic, and that's it. That's pretty much all his character is. What does he do to actually help anybody? That's my thing. Cause like sure, I don't Like maybe like yeah, sure, like he helped Roman and other people like CM Punk. Like he helped others with his wisdom and knowledge on the microphone and as them to help them as you know be a star. But when it comes to Seth Rollins, at least though, and when it comes to this new faction, with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, he's not doing shit. He's just fucking cutting boring, pointless ass promos that mean nothing. He's not doing anything of substance as this like wise man for Seth or now for Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. He's not doing shit. It's like Paul Heyman's just useless as fuck. He's boring. Like this guy is pretty much the same as Cody Rhodes because he just cuts these just fucking long-winded promos where he's taking forever to get to his point. He's just like using all the big words for no fucking reason, just like and talking about some shit that doesn't even fucking matter. And then just glazing everyone. And then finally he gets to his useless ass point, and then by that point you're probably just like asleep, because he's so fucking boring. He's pretty much the same as Cody Rhodes when it comes to promos, bro. Like he does the same thing. Cody Rhodes is pretty much like takes forever to get to his meaningless ass point, because he's just like glazing everyone and like talking about some shit that doesn't even matter, talking in circles all around, talking in riddles. I don't know, using all these fucking big words. And just like talking about anything other than the fucking actual point that he's trying to make, and then by the time he actually gets to the point, you're like, okay, that's the point you were trying to make. It's just that this pointless ass fucking thing. That's all you had to say. You took forever to just say that. Like, bro, it's like Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman. They're so good at just saying a lot but little substance at the same time. It just makes no fucking sense. Like they yap and yap and yap, but say nothing of substance, and it's just like it bores you to death. Like literally, like that. So yeah, Paul Heyman is like, he's fucking trash. All his character is just he's just a leech. He just leeches off of everyone else's success of their push, and then betrays them, and that's it. That's all his character is. His character is just boring as fuck. He's stale. So I don't care about Paul Heyman at this point. This faction sucks. This whole betrayal is going nowhere. I don't give a fuck about it. I hope Braun Breaker doesn't win the title. And LA Knight should have won the number one contenders. He should have won the Battle Royale and then beat CM Punk for the title. See, this should have been LA Knight's moment, bro. LA Knight deserves better. He really does. And, it's just like, man, because I've been saying this for a while now. It's like, LA Knight, he's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. He has a good physique, Good build, good height, good physique, good mic skills. He has everything you need to be a wrestler. And yeah, he's still being booked as a fucking, jobber who does nothing but lose and does filler feuds and repetitive feuds, and that's it. It just makes no fucking sense, bro. I don't know, man. Triple H and fucking his little AI shit need to go. It needs to go, bro. It needs to go. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And yeah, well, I'm just gonna pretty much leave it at that. I just wanted to make this video to get my point across. And yeah, pretty much, give y'all something to enjoy here. But also I want to know real quick though, before I leave, do y'all think Seth is gonna come back as a face or no? Like, is he gonna or is he gonna be like, nah, my wife's a heel, so I'm gonna stay a heel? Because like she's pretty much still a heel. Becky's a heel. So is Seth Rollins gonna be like, nah, my wife's a heel, so I want to be a heel too because my wife is a heel? Or is he gonna just be a face and Becky's a heel? Like, is that what's gonna happen? I don't fucking know. Let me know what you guys think though. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.